Today we're going to be looking at how to make a model change into pixelated looking graphics. I grew up with an old Atari 8-bit system, one of the first video game consoles basically, and I just have a special affinity towards this kind of style. So the first thing you want to do is have the object that you want to pixelate. Here I have a Pikachu that I sculpted, and we want to set the shading to flat, so go to Object, Shader Flat. Now scale this to whatever you want. I want this to be about 3 inches tall. So I'm going to go to the Z scale and go 25.4, which is 25.4 millimeters, which is 1 inch, and then times that by 3. Now above, I'll go to all the different scales, and I'll just drag those so that they all scale accordingly. And the simplest part, with Pikachu selected, I go to the wrench, add modifier, generate, remesh, and then I just need to set it to blocks. The only setting we really care about is the octree depth, and it will change the resolution of these voxels. So the higher it goes, the smaller the voxels and the more detail. So I like to go somewhere around 5 or 6. We go ahead and apply the modifier, and that's basically it. It's just one simple modifier. Now let's go ahead and bring this into Prusa, and you'll see that this would be very difficult to support conventionally because all of these flat faces are not going to print very well. You might think, well, maybe you use an organic to reach in under these overhangs here, but actually it's very simple. We just use grid supports set to everywhere. So to do that, go to Print Settings, Support Material, over here on the left. This first setting you need to enable, Generate Support Material, and then here where it says Style, you go to Grid. Go back to the platter, and here where it says Supports, click Everywhere, and then down at the bottom, hit Slice Now. It'll automatically slice this. Now you can see that even where there's overhangs, there's supports being generated. And this looks like it might be difficult to remove these supports, but honestly, with just some pliers, I was able to break these off really smoothly. And here's the final print. It is one of my favorite prints. It's just fun to hold and to kind of move around. My children really like it. They asked me, why not yellow? Because I don't have yellow filament. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed how short it was, and that's because your capacity has grown in these things, so we don't need to take as much time going over the basics. In the next video, it will also be short. We'll talk about how to take a model and then make it have a wireframe effect. It's very cool. I'll see you in that one. Bye.